This is Matt for Into Boxing. Delighted to be joined by the hitman, Ricky Hatton. Ricky, before we start off, you're still looking in good shape. You're managing to keep the weight off, aren't you? I know you went on holiday as well. Doing all right?
Well, it got postponed from the 2nd of July to November 12th, and I've kept on top of it. I went to Tenerife for my holiday. I went for 5 weeks. That normally would mean a stone and a half, but I put about 4 or 5 pound on. So, but I know my fans likes Ricky Hatton, but Ricky Hatton's gone now. He won't be coming back. No, I mean. I always used to put weight on in between fights because I always knew eventually I'd be back in a training camp. But I can't keep dragging someone out of retirement every time I want to get a bit of weight off. Now I'm 44 tomorrow. I'm 44. So it's a lifestyle change for me now. No, Ricky Hatton's gone.
How much better do you feel in yourself? I mean, you look incredible. I remember when I came to your gym when your fight first got announced, and it was like going into a fucking time machine for me. You must feel like your old self to some degree.
I feel miles better. I mean, for me to get on the straight and narrow, I mean, I've been on the straight and narrow for a good few years now. You know what I mean, with all the problems I've had, but it has been a work in progress. And I think because I've quieted myself down now and I'm looking after myself better, I think that's the reason why I can do one of these exhibitions, because I'm in such a good place. I think I'm a better coach. I think I'm a better father. I think I'm a better mate. I think. Just better all round. And I know people probably thought, once the exhibition got postponed, he'll put his weight back on and all that. No. I promise you, no. This is me for good now.
Before we get on to why you're here, talk to me about how much you're looking forward to hearing that atmosphere and hearing your name being sung again, because you've never been forgotten. Wherever you go, you get mobbed. I see it all the time. I'm always sometimes reluctant to ask you for it because you get pestered. Honestly, it's all the time. You're a man of the people. How much are you looking forward to reconnecting and having that buzz and that feeling again?
Yeah, well, the fans were always my greatest achievement. I always said that. And the one thing that's most nerve-wracking for any fighter, I think, is walking from your changing room to the ring, making your ring walk. It's horrible. But when it's gone, that's the one thing you miss, that adrenaline buzz, that kick, that fear factor. And, I know it's only an exhibition, but I'm going to get that feeling again. It's been good for my well-being. A lot of people, I thought, God, I did all that, when it got postponed, I thought, I've done all that training for nothing. I haven't because the positive effect it's had on people with mental health, depression. They saw where I was a few years ago with wanting to kill myself and drink problems and drugs and depression and the whole shebang, to see where I am now. And people are coming up with me with mental health, just saying what an inspiration it's been. I know it got postponed, Rick, but what an inspiration you've been. Even people with weight problems have said, God, Rick, look at you now, because the state of me mentally and the state of me physically a few years ago was not very good, and you look at me now, it just goes to show it doesn't matter how bad you are up there or how bad you are out there or anything like that. You can change it if you wanted to change it.
Yeah, obviously anyone who's watching this, just watch Ricky's story. It's incredible to see where he's come from, and if you need any sort of inspiration, look this way. Right, Chloe Watson, fiery scouser, very good, very entertaining to watch. How have you enjoyed working with her? And this is a big stage, a big platform for her to showcase her skills. How pleased are you with her development so far as a fighter?
Yeah, it is. It's a very big platform for Chloe, but one that she well and truly deserves to be on. I can't speak any highly of Chloe. I think she's going all the way to the top, and I know that's big praise, but I wouldn't heap it on her if I didn't think she was capable of fulfilling it. So no, it's a big stage for her, and this is where I think she should be, and we're grateful for the opportunity. But I think everyone's going to be impressed with what they see. She's very talented, got a great personality, great sense of humour, down to earth, and I mean, it's only early days, and a lot of people are probably thinking, Chloe who? But remember the name, because I think we'll be hearing things about her in the next few years.
I'm going to say, off the performances that she's already had, I think people now are getting more aware, and this event on Saturday will definitely do that for her. How much of a sort of motivation and an ambition of yours is it to get her to world level, where she's said, and the new, to get her to that point in her career where she can become world champion?
Absolutely, I've still got my, I've got so many great things through my career in boxing, and I was very fortunate that I reached the top, and I went into becoming a trainer to try and pass on and give somebody the same opportunities, the same things that I've got from the game. And I'm I'm still ambitious. I want to bring champions through. I've trained a world champion in Zakianov, back in the day. So that's another box tick in the Ricky Hatton scheme of things. But no, I get huge pleasure when one of my boxers come to me and say, oh Ricky, I've just paid my mortgage off, or Ricky, I've just got a new car, or Ricky, I've got that. That's why I'm in it. That's why I'm in it, because to give a little bit back. I know how I felt when I got my first house. I know how I felt when I got my first car. I know how felt when I got my first title. I can relive in my career through them now, and I'll bend over backwards to get them to where they need to be, and none more so than with Chloe.
Absolutely. Give your opinion on this main event. It's one that's captured the imagination. People talking about it being the biggest fight in British boxing history. I know there's weight classes for a reason, but from your opinion, you've been in there and done it. How does this main event play out?
To be honest, I've changed my mind several times over. To be honest with you, one I look at the size difference and I think Chris is far too big to him. But then I look in the desire. Then I think because Conor's been down by a few opponents that have been smaller than obviously Chris Eubank Jr. I think he's going to have to watch him early, which he is. He's going to have to watch himself kind of early doors. You know what I mean? Because he's going to obviously put it on Chris, because that's Conor's game, and he's got to make sure that he doesn't leave himself open, against the bigger man, because if Chris gets one in, you never know, that could be the end of it. But when I fought Costa, I can see in Conor's eyes when I fought Costa, because everyone was saying, oh, he's too big, he's too powerful, he hits too hard. You know what? And I know back in the day, before all the miles were on the clock, I had a good chin, but I don't think it had nothing to do with my chin. I think it was that desire of, listen, you're not knocking me out, you're not beating me, I'm coming through you. And I see in Conor Ben what I was when I was fighting Costa. I was oblivious to pain when I fought Costa. And I think Conor has such a drive and a purpose. I can see it in his eyes. I think he's going to take some stopping. But top and bottom of it is, I think if you're going to put your sensible money on it, you'd probably say Chris Eubank early, Conor down the home straight, or maybe even on points. Yeah.
Just give us your opinion quickly on this fallout between Fury and Anthony Joshua. I know you must be getting bored of talking about it. I'm bored of asking the questions. How frustrating is it for the public that it looks like we're not going to see this fight? And there was talks of how positive the relationship was between Matchroom and Queensberry, and it's come out since then saying that because of a lack of communication, this fight seems to be off. How annoying is it that we're not going to get to see this now?
Well, it's annoying as a boxing fan, but I've been in the game years, and I've.
Not surprising, is it now?
No, I've done, and I know how hard it is to sign fight, because I've been involved in signing contracts for huge fights, and I've been in this game of promoting, not at the level of Matchroom and Queensberry, but and I do know how it works. And even though I know Tyson wants to fight bad, and I've no doubt AJ wants to fight bad, but when Tyson says, you can't sign the contracts, deadline 5 o'clock on Monday in a fight that, people's livelihoods are on the line. So, you have to be very, very careful. You do have to make sure people see it and go through it and stuff like that. But then, having said that, they have had it for a few weeks now. Do you know what I mean? How long does it take to go through it? And I know these big fights, they do take weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. So I see Tyson and Frank's point of view, but I also see Eddie's and AJ's point of view. And the only positive thing is we've been talking about it for the last 3 years, and it seems that in the last few weeks we seem to have got a little bit closer. But listen, it needs to take place. They need to get it sorted out. For the sake of British boxing. I think if this doesn't happen, it'd be a travesty for our sport. It's got to happen. And I know it's tough, and I say that to both parties. I know it's tough. I just hope you can get it over the line, fellas.
Yeah, I think everyone in boxing echoes that thought. Look, Ricky Hatton, thanks for talking to Into Boxing again. We look forward to being at your fight in November. Pleasure speaking to you.
Pleasure, no problem.